Chapter 569, Planet of the Xenomorphs. It starts with the USS Valor flying through space. Me, Captain's Log. Stardate 2532.8. We have just received a distress signal coming from a planet located 12 light-years from Earth. Sources tell us it's a terraforming colony from the 22nd century that somehow came here from that time, and it was invaded by a mysterious alien presence. We are going to investigate and destroy it. Lincoln, I hope the planet we're going to will be a good one. Lainey, we won't know until we get there. Me, yet. In her room on the ship, Megan was talking to Cornelia. The USS Valor can send and receive calls from any distance away in the universe. Megan, so aliens missing? Again? Cornelia, sadly yet. And this time, I don't know where she is. I think that this time, there's no way I can find her again. Megan, look, Cornelia. JD and Team Loud Phoenix Storm never gave up against impossible odds. So you shouldn't give up on finding Alien. You found her once. So you can do it again. Cornelia smiles. You know what? You're right. I mean, what kind of person would I be if I just gave up? Thanks, Megan. Megan, no problem. Hangs up. Caleb, you know, I'm actually looking forward to meeting this pen pal of yours. Cornelia, I'll gladly introduce you to her when she eventually comes here, Caleb. Caleb, I'm also looking forward to meeting JD in the future. The stories of his adventures reach even Meridian. Cornelia smiles. Why am I not surprised? On the bridge we were watching on the screen our travels through the stars. With us was Jamie Reyes, aka the Blue Beetle. Me, so Jamie, how did you get your powers that enable you to become the Blue Beetle? Blue Beetle, I got them because of an artifact I got called the Scarab. It enables me to get an insect armor suit, and with it I have super strength, speed, durability, can form my arms into swords and blasters, and even fly with insect wings. Me, that is so cool. Blue Beetle, it sure is. Lisa, JD, it appears we have arrived at our destination. We arrived at the planet where the distress signal came from. It was a planet called Acheron. It was a barren wasteland planet and it looked deserted. Blue Beetle sees the strange planet for the first time. Great. I figure, why not meet Team Loud Phoenix Storm and go with them on an off-world mission? And this is what I find. Me, I got a very bad feeling about this, guys. This place is loaded with an incredibly evil and dark presence. Lucy, I feel it too. Samus, I hope you don't mind that I leave my armor behind for this mission. I want to show you what I can do when I'm not suited up. Vince, we don't mind Samus. Janine, yeah mom. You look awesome. Me, let's head down and check it out. We beamed down to the planet. We were in the colony. The halls of the colony were filled with an extremely evil presence. Me, this place has seen better days. Shago, either something big happened here or this planet has terrible taste in decoration. Me, I can feel it. Stay alert, everyone. Agony, in the entire history of having bad feelings, the one we're having right now is the worst. Leslie, I have a really bad feeling, guys. We walked down the hall and then we found a man on the ground and he was exhausted. He was awake and conscious. Me, sir? Are you all right? Man, no. You have to kill me. Me, why? Man, there's something inside me. You have to. He then suddenly was in excruciating pain as his chest thrusted forward, and then he screamed in pain and suddenly a creature exploded out of his chest in a mess of blood and gore and it was screeching. We backed away in fright. Everyone gasped in sheer horror. Me, what they censored. I fired an energy blast and obliterated the man and the creature. Gamera, oh no. Drax, what is it? Gamera, I've seen this before. Seemingly harmless eggs. People being killed from inside their chests. Star-Lord, Care to share with the rest of us, babe? Gamera, there's only one kind of species that's done this. And if I'm right, none of us are safe. Me, I know this species too. I saw it in a movie series I know all too well. It's the Xenomorphs. We all gasp. Cody, I know the Xenomorphs all too well. Ronnie Ann, you saw them? Cody, I sure did RA. It was back when I was training with the Yautjias. They explained to me the full life cycle of the Xenomorphs. They start out as harmless eggs, and when they hatch they go into the larval stage called face huggers, and they latch onto that creature's face, and when they latch on tight and don't let go. And they lay the embryo in the host's aorta. The face hugger dies afterwards, and when the embryo is fully developed it turns into a little xenomorph called a chest burster. It's called that as we have just seen. When the xenomorphs are full adults they adopt that host's characteristics and intelligence. Lori, that is literally disgusting and horrifying. Luna, no kidding dudes. Lincoln, we have to destroy these freaks. Ben, guys, we can't let those xenomorphs reach Earth. If they do, they'll kill everyone in Gotham Royal York. Me, it wouldn't just be Gotham Royal York, Ben. It would be everyone on Earth. Lainey, it would be the end of the world. Rocket, when we get back to our ships, let's blast those freaks sky high. Me, I plan to. Sydney, was I always that disgusting as Quarry? Leo, actually, no. Unlike the Xenomorphs, you retain some of your humanity. Lana, where do the Xenomorphs come from? Cody, they come from the planet Xenomorph Prime. It's a planet located in the galactic center. Me, near the Forbidden Zone as I call it. Also from what I remember the Xenomorphs don't like fire. And we can't cut them with our swords. Their blood is highly acidic and it can burn through anything in seconds like highly concentrated sulfuric acid. Cody, the Yautjias have a special vision that can flush out the Xenomorphs. Me, good thinking Cody. From what I remember they can't be detected with infrared vision. Cody, that's right. I used my Yautjia powers in my ultimate JD form and turned my vision into a new kind of vision. It was green and I saw glowing figures in the walls. Me, wow. They're all over the place. Suddenly a face hugger jumped up and just as it was about to latch onto my face my aura of fire flared up and incinerated it into ashes in an instant. Me, wow. Our powers protect us from them. Lincoln, that's awesome. Me, come on guys. Let's kill some Xenomorphs. Everyone, yet. Ben became a Yautjia. Ben, Predator. Me, you look awesome as a Yautjia. Predator, thanks. We went down the halls and we were shooting and blasting Xenomorphs everywhere left and right. Carmen, incinerates Xenomorphs left and right, burn in hell, you, censored, freaks. Maria turns into her water form. Maria, okay. If I'm in my water form, then the face huggers won't be able to attack me. Me, good thinking Maria. The fight was getting more intense as blood and guts and acidic blood was splattering everywhere and burning everything it touched. Along the way Lainey was taming Xenomorphs that looked like different animals and even some that looked like dinosaurs. She tamed a rhinoceros, bull, mantis, whale, crocodile, shark, tiger, panther, killer crab, gorilla, bear, ox, triceratops, tyrannosaurus, pterodactyl, apatosaurus, arachnid, swarm, hydra, elephant, dragon, and many different types of Xenomorphs including a queen face hugger. They turned into a really awesome armband on her left elbow. Lee, well, I guess some of the Xenomorphs aren't that bad. Francis, just as long as they only kill our former fellow villains. Me, we won't let that happen to you guys, but that will happen to them. Suddenly we heard a little girl scream coming from down the hall. Me, uh-oh. Come on. We ran down the hall and heard gunshots firing. Me, looks like we're not the only ones here. Carol fired King Ghidorah's gravity lightning and killed 4 more Xenomorphs and destroyed 5 eggs. We saw a woman with black hair and she was highly armed. She was trying to free a young girl trapped in webbing. Jared went over and helped her. Jared, are you okay? Ripley, yes. I'm Ellen Ripley and you are? Jared, I'm Jared Knudsen. We can explain everything later. Newt, I'm Newt. We have to go. Me, I know. Suddenly explosions rang out. Me, this whole place is gonna blow. Ripley, we have 10 minutes to get out of here. Grab onto me, Newt. She did so. Me, hurry. We ran fast and then we ran into a room and we saw lots of eggs everywhere. We had inadvertently wound up in the central nest. We saw a huge oviroster and it laid another egg and we saw where it led to and it led to a huge xenomorph. It was the xenomorph queen. It was the ugliest and biggest one of them all and the level of pure evil coming off of it was absolutely unbelievable. It revealed her face and it hissed at us with pure ferociousness. Me, it's the xenomorph queen. Lucy, her thought patterns are pure evil. Shannon, that is one ugly creature and it is worse than the devil himself. Queen Xenomorph, telepathically to me, you humans always have been a huge problem for my kind and my children. That woman has been the primary cause of my race's pain. Me, I don't understand you. Why do you want to destroy all life in the universe? What have we done to you that would cause you to hate everything in the universe? Ripley, who is he talking to? Jared, the Queen Xenomorph is talking to him telepathically. She talks to her kind through her mind. Queen Xenomorph, you are indeed correct, Jared. You have come here to kill me and my children. Jared, what you are doing to all life in the universe is wrong on so many levels. Queen Xenomorph, we are proud of it. We want to replace all life in the universe with our kind as the superior species in the universe. Me, you're a monster. A true devil. Jared, it's time to burn. Me, Jared, Lola, Aline, Sam SL, Susie, Carmen and Ripley fired blasts of fire at all her eggs and lit them all on fire. The Xenomorph Queen screeched as her children were being destroyed. Xenomorph warriors came and Carol fired Godzilla's atomic ray and Ripley blasted them to pieces with her machine gun. Lincoln and Ripley fired energy blasts and grenades into the Xenomorph Queen's oviroster and blew it apart. Sydney slashed the eggs apart with her new star sword and the acid blood didn't affect the blade or melt it. Meta Knight, does a beast like you have no honor? The Xenomorph growls. Sydney, apparently, it doesn't. They both slashed them apart. Carmen, you like that, you freak of nature? Susie, this will teach you. Spider-Man fired webbing and tied them up and Blue Beetle fired energy lasers. Spider-Man, let's use our combo, Jamie. Blue Beetle, you got it, Peter. Spider-Man fired webbing and Blue Beetle fired an energy laser. Spider-Man and Blue Beetle, energy web destroyer. The blasts combined and turned into a blue energy spider web and entrapped some of the xenomorphs and incinerated them. Biza fired blasts of water and washed the eggs away and squished them. Shago fired blasts of green fire and incinerated more eggs. Bisley, let's use our combo, Shago. Shago, you got it. Biza fired water and Shago fired green fire. Biza and Shago, acid tsunami maelstrom. The blasts combined and turned into a tsunami of sulfuric acid. It melted most of the eggs and burned the queen. Francis and Lee fired more fire. Francis and Lee, solar flare firestorm. Their fire combined and incinerated and burned the eggs in the queen's oviroster. Samus, let's see how you like this. Zero laser. She jumped up onto a tall metal post and fired a huge blast from her blaster. Meta Knight, darkness illusion. Meta Knight grew an extra pair of wings, lifted his sword, and summoned a lightning bolt that created a cross-shaped burst. He trapped the queen in it and slashed her many times at different angles and finished her with a powerful hit that separated her from her oviroster and sent her crashing into the wall, and me and Jared fired an enormous blast of fire and incinerated her into ashes in an instant. Ripley and Newt were amazed at the level of power we had and how we overwhelmed the queen. Me, that did it. Let's go. We went and got out of the nest and went to the ship. Me, Nathaniel, beam us all up. Hurry. Nathaniel, you got it, Grandpa. Energizing now. We were teleported onto the ship. Once on the ship, we readied the planet-destroying super laser. Lisa, about to push button, all right. I'm going to fire the laser in 3, 2. Rocket, scared out of his mind, push IT. For the love of all that's holy, just push IT. Me, Rocket, get a hold of yourself. Presses button, burn in hell, monsters of the universe. The laser fired as the entire facility exploded with the power of 40 megatons of TNT, and the whole planet exploded with incredible power. Crab. The entire planet was completely obliterated in an instant, and there was nothing left of it. Me, good riddance to bad rubbish, and we saved the entire universe from a nasty threat. Very, we sure have. Stewie, disgusted, they won't hurt anyone anymore. Leo, those aliens were disgusting. Gamera, for once, you're not hurling face huggers at us. How about we keep it that way? Me, we will. They sure put up a good fight though. Sydney, they sure were. On the ride home we did a thorough scan and we were clear of Xenomorphs. No infection or anything. Ripley told us what she went through when she fought the Xenomorphs in the year 2122 the first time. Me, you fought the Xenomorphs before? Ripley, yes. It was back in the year 2122. I was on a research station called the Nostromo. We found the aliens when we received a transmission from the planet LV-426. We crash-landed and explored it, and we found the eggs. It hatched and a facehugger latched into our executive officer Kane and infected him. As we ate our meal we saw him convulse and he died after a chest burster exploded out of his chest. Me, and things went to hell for all of you. Ripley, yes. Lori, that is literally a nightmare. Kate, it's just as bad as what I went through in Antarctica. Me, no kidding. And we destroyed the very planet you went back to just a few minutes ago. Ridley, what year is this, by the way? Me, it's December 2018. You've gone back in time somehow from 104 years into the future. Ripley, we'll have to adapt to it. Newt, I'm just glad it's over. Ripley, me too. We arrived back on Earth and got Ripley and Newt settled into our estate. It was good for Ripley and Newt. We turned the planet Xenomorph Prime into the ultimate death sentence. It was located 25,000 light years away from Earth, and we were only going to use it on the most evil of all criminals. And we had a lot of them on death row. Burn in hell. Also, to make sure that the Xenomorphs never terrorize or harm any more planets in the galaxy ever again, we created a special containment zone called the X.Q.Z, or Xenomorph Quarantine Zone. This zone prevents the Xenomorphs from escaping and harming and terrorizing planets across the galaxy. The end. Another fanfiction complete. The Alien movies were awesome. Sigourney Weaver did an awesome job in all 4 movies from 1979, 1986, 1992, and 1997. She was awesome in those movies as Ellen Ripley. Those Xenomorphs were really ugly creatures, and they were not only amazing but they were also really ugly. I've always loved the toys from Kenner Toys when they made different versions of the aliens. I got the other ideas for some of the aliens from drawings and art. They were awesome. Sigourney Weaver was also in 2003's Holes and 2009's Avatar. She was awesome in those movies. She was also in the movie Galaxy Quest with Tim Allen. Nico-chan11 gave me the ideas for this one. Thanks man as well, and I'm sorry if you got scared because of this. Let me know what you all think. See you all next time. Aliens 1986 is owned by James Cameron and 20th Century Fox.